So I'm not. I don't. It's like you can make these grand generalizations. So one of the things that I think you could say is there's too many lawsuits in the United States, right? And I think some people would say, well, there's not enough. Lawyers would say there's not enough. I feel like we live in a very litigious society, and I don't feel like any of the litigation really does anybody any good, at least at the people level. Very seldom, very seldom. Like a class action suit to me doesn't really fix the problem. It makes the lawyers wealthy, and it gives you, like, if you get a massive class action suit, okay, like, the lawyers get paid as they should, I guess, and then the people get like a voucher, like a $5 voucher. Meanwhile, like five attorneys are splitting like 100 million. It's kind of gross. I'll be honest with you. That's what I think about that. I look. I don't mean to be general, but I thought this was an interesting article and one that I'd not even considered. I'd not even really um, uh, how do I put it? It didn't occur to me that you could sue for such a thing. But here's what we will do: we'll go to it and we will put it together. Now I don't know who this person is. I don't know who is. It starts off. It says Anna de Armas fans' lawsuit puts studios at risk for deceptive trailers. Now I don't know who Anna de Armas fans are. I don't know who Anna de Armas is. And I'm sorry. It's just like the movies lost me a long time ago. I can't tell you the last. I think Frozen 2 was the last movie I saw in a movie theater, and that was because the kids wanted to see it, and that was God knows when that came out. When did it come out? That's always a fun game that we can play. Um, well, I don't even know. Let's see how messed up this is here. Okay, let me just see. Not there. So it came out in 2019. That's not bad. I'm only what? It's a couple of years back. Um, how do I put it? I don't know. I just lost it. I just lost like you have to. I feel like you have to understand. I grew up and we had like the Last Action Hero. Okay, we had Waterworld. We had just some terrible movies, like terrible bombs come out and terrible sequels, and then it just. I mean, it does. It doesn't seem like the movies are supposed to appeal to me. 45-year-old dude in the Midwest. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know who this person is, and I don't really. So like myself, like the question is John, is there someone that you would pay to see to go see? Well, that would be that Wes Anderson. I would go see a Wes Anderson movie, but I haven't seen the latest movie because I guess, to be honest with you, the whole world changed when we had like Netflix and Amazon Prime. I mean, why am I going to a movie theater anyway? They're not that nice. I mean, even if they have like the reclining, like I don't want to sit in a recliner at the movie theater when I can sit at a recliner at home, and I don't want to pay all kinds of money, like 30, 40, $50 for that privilege. There's no reason for me to go to a movie theater. I'll just wait. But like, what is it? What was the Wes Anderson movie now? This is so bad. I've seen all of them except for it was the hotel one. Oh, I missed another one. Damn. The French Dispatch. I missed that one. Um, the Grand Budapest Hotel. I did not I did not see that one. It came out in 2014. Oh my god. I'm just old, I guess. Anyway, let's go over this. So this woman, this actress, okay, let's just get to it. It says movie studios can be sued under false advertising laws if they release deceptive movie trailers, a federal judge ruled on Tuesday. Okay. That's really tough for me. Okay. False advertising laws if they release deceptive movie trailers. It says U.S. District Judge Stephen Wilson issued. By the way, let's just all put it out there right now. This is the worst stream start that I've had in weeks, and I'm sorry, and it will get better, or it won't, but we will keep at it. It says yesterday's judge Stephen Wilson issued a ruling in case involving Yesterday, the 2019 film about a world without the Beatles. Again, that doesn't even sound interesting. Like, who's that movie written for? And so it says two Ana de Armas fans, if I don't even know if I'm saying it right, filed a lawsuit in January alleging that they had rented the movie. They had rented the movie after seeing de Armas in the trailer, only to discover that she was cut out of the final film. Now, look, that seems odd, right? Why would you have a trailer with somebody in a movie that's not in the movie? That seems wrong. I mean, like, you're making a movie. You have like an hour, maybe the movie's like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. Don't you have enough footage in the movie to not use people that aren't in it? It says Universal sought to throw out the lawsuit, arguing that the movie trailers are entitled to broad protection under the First Amendment. The studio's lawyers argued that a trailer is an artistic, expressive work that tells a 3-minute story conveying the theme of the movie and should thus be considered a non-commercial speech. Now, that seems tough to me. I don't understand. Look, I don't understand the First Amendment laws. I really don't. And I don't understand many, many laws. I suspect that you're, based on the amount of laws on the books, we're probably committing crimes every day, every one of us, more than once. So, I mean, I'm the last person to get there, but it's like, how does the company have a First Amendment right, a freedom of speech? Like, because it's commercial. I'm just asking the question. I don't know the answer. It says, but Wilson rejected that argument, finding that a trailer is commercial speech and is subject to the California false advertising law and the state's unfair competition law. Finding that a trailer is a commercial speech. To me, a trailer. Now, I'm just putting what I think out there. A trailer for a movie is a commercial for the movie, right? You don't have trailers for movies that don't exist. Universal is correct that trailers involve some creativity and editorial discretion, but this creativity does not outweigh the commercial nature of a trailer. At its core, a trailer is an advertisement designed to sell a movie by providing consumers with a preview of the movie. That's right. I agree with that. You don't watch a movie trailer only to find that the movie's got nothing to do with the trailer you just watched. The whole point in watching the movie was because you saw the trailer and you thought you might like it. In the briefing on the issue, Universal's lawyers argued that movie trailers have long included clips that do not appear in the finished film. They cited Jurassic Park, which had a trailer comprised entirely of footage that was not in the movie. Well, they have a point there. They say, look, we had another movie where we had a film, had a trailer, and it had nothing to do with the movie. And I don't know, like, do you guys, I mean, it's old. I know I'm old, but do you remember like Monty Python when they would have the cartoons within the movies? They weren't always necessarily related exactly to the movie at that moment. It's weird though, like Jurassic Park, I don't know which one they're talking about. It's like for Jurassic Park, for me, it's like you got me once, right? But then how many movies have there been? And I'm just like, I mean, just stop going to the island. It's I mean, that's a good question. It's fun with Google tonight, I guess. When did I don't know. First of all, I don't even know how many movies came out for Jurassic Park, but I did see the original Jurassic Park, 1993. Apparently, there's been one, two, three, four. There's been 5 other movies. It started with Steven Spielberg, and it's now somebody named Joe Johnson is doing movies for Jurassic Park. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments if any of the movies are any good, so I can go back and watch. Let's continue. It said Universal also argued that classifying trailers as commercial speech could open a door to a parade of lawsuits from dissatisfied filmgoers who could make a subjective claim the film did not live up to the expectations caused by the trailer. I think that's true. I think that's true. I think you could say, hey, this trailer looked good and this movie sucked. But then doesn't that happen now? And no one gets sued. And then they say, well, if you change the law, then you could sue. Should you be able to sue for a crappy movie? I don't know. I've seen so many bad movies. Under plaintiff's reasoning, a trailer would be stripped of full First Amendment protection and subject to burdensome litigation anytime a viewer claimed to be disappointed with whether and how much of any person or scene they saw in the trailer was in the final film, with whether the movie fit into the kind of genre they claimed to expect, or any of an unlimited number of disappointments a viewer could claim, the studio's lawyers argued. I think that's fair. Wilson, which is the judge, not the volleyball in that Tom Hanks movie, Castaway. I did not see Castaway in the movie theater. Castaway came out in 2000, 22 years ago. Oh man, time goes by so fast. Anyway, sought to address that concern, saying the false advertising law applies only when a significant portion of reasonable consumers could be misled. Now, I mean, like I come to you every night as a live streamer. Am I reasonable? Are you reasonable? I always thought that I'm the most reasonable person ever, but then I see the world as it is, and I'm not. I'm not the most reasonable. The court's holding is limited to representations as to whether an actress or scene is in the movie and nothing else. Again, though, going back to the Jurassic Park, the scene isn't in the movie and the actress isn't in the movie in that one, and nothing else. The judge wrote, holding that based on the yesterday trailer, it was plausible that viewers would expect De Armas to have a significant role in the film. Again, I don't know who she is, so it wouldn't even be beneficial at all for me. It says De Armas was originally intended to appear as a love interest for the film's protagonist, played by Himesh Patel, who I also don't know. Patel's character was to have met her on the set of James Corden's talk show, where Patel would serenade her with the Beatles song Something, which I don't understand because the movie makes no sense. This is about a film about a world without the Beatles, and yet they're doing Beatles songs by other people. I don't know. I'm sure it's great. I have no idea. Richard Curtis, the screenwriter, explained that De Armas was cut because audience didn't like the idea of Patel's character straying from his primary love interest, played by Lily James. Well, then you shouldn't have done that. You should not have put her in the trailer when she's not in the movie. I agree. I agree with that. It says the plaintiffs, Connor Wolf of Maryland and Peter Michael Rosa of San Diego, California. I mean, on each side of the coast, people were angry about what happened. Each paid $3.99 to rent yesterday on Amazon Prime. Holy smokes. Can you believe that? $3.99. they're seeking at least $5 million as representatives of the class of movie customers. The case will now proceed to discovery and a motion for class certification. So I don't understand, like I don't understand the courts that much. So he issued a ruling, but there still needs to be proceed to discovery and a motion for class certification. Be interesting to know what discovery would be in that. I mean, like you're going to discover that she's not in the movie. In all honesty, that's what you're going to discover. I mean, does it matter why she's not in the movie?